Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Yahliali in this incarnation. Today, December 5th, we had the conjunction of Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius with the Sun. So tomorrow they are going to continue in mathematical degrees in conjunction. These days we could be receiving information, having conversations or, reaching ideas that are helping us to comprehend the sense of an experience, or perhaps to make a choice between options, to make a review, and to make this choice in terms of visions, projects, paths, etc. So on the other hand, Mars, tomorrow, December 6th, Mars in Leo starts its retrogradation until February 25th of 2025. And because it is stationary, this planet takes a lot of force, the function of the planet. And it is very interesting observing how we could feel, we could have the tendency to the irritability or the anger when our energy it is not disposed in a creative space, because this is the invitation of Mars in Leo. Putting the energy in creations, expressing our light, offering those gifts to the world, cultivating self-love. This is the invitation. So when we are reacting to something or someone, when we are putting our focus in comparisons or in competition, in wanting to be right, which is also competition, the because of this movement, both the anger and the energetical drain could be intensified. And it is precisely with the purpose of observing what are the things that are turning us in a very reactive state. Let's remember that it is in an opposition with Pluto, that it is going to be perfected in January. Because there is the wound of the inner child, and that is what lead us to sustain discussions that actually don't have the function of solving anything, are not evolutionary. And many times there are aspects of ourselves that want to keep the discussion, because to retire is to lose, with quotation marks. But actually retiring ourselves from a discussion in the right time, when our emotions are overwhelming, whatever side this is happening, is in reality an expression of true strength, and many times a great challenge. Many times we are we don't get it. We are not making it, but it is important to take time to observe inside in those instances, and to be responsible, to be responsible of that no matter if the other person is acting in an imbalance or not, if there is intense anger, it is reflecting something in ourselves. Perhaps because we are given the power to the perceptions of other people, because if the other it is not respecting something, perhaps there is a part of ourselves that is not respecting ourselves in some level. Not listening to an inner call, not putting a healthy boundary to something that it is not making us good. Or reflecting the fear of rejection, the part that is feeling the pain of not being seen or validated for what is. And when we can identify that, then we can change the circuit, giving that attention to ourselves, asking ourselves what can connect us with the joy, the game, the playing, without feeling judged, or without caring if others are judging us for that. And it is also a key to observe the mirrors, and understanding that when we are pointing at something with a lot of anger, that is also reflecting an aspect of us. If we are very, very angry because other person is acting in a selfish way, perhaps we are the ones that are being selfish with ourselves by putting ourselves aside and giving excessive energy to others. If we are bothered because of the arrogance of other people, then maybe we are arrogant in pretending to force the processes and the comprehension of others. And perhaps they don't have the tools or the will to comprehend what we are saying, or simply it is that they are not sharing our vision, and perhaps it is not the right one for what they are going through either, because we don't have the absolute truth. So the fear of being heard many times lead us to the lack of humility. And instead of judging ourselves for that, I find it very useful to practice to observe that with compassion, but also being very, very honest from our hearts and returning to our center. Because this is the same practice that actually allows us to see the shadows of others, and instead of losing our energy trying to judge that, because we can point in a loving way to others, but it is very important to identify the intentions through which we are doing that. So when we can do this practice, this lead us to take the best actions in every moment, in the present moment. And it is actually a great challenge, but with practice inevitably we are going to improve. So thank you everyone. I am closing this video here. Ciao ciao.